It's coming up on 19 minutes before 6 here on Shift. Well, it may be the first major case in New Brunswick to feature YouTube video as evidence. Today in Fredericton, the trial began for Constable Stephen Stafford, a city police officer charged with assaulting an off-duty soldier outside a nightclub in July of 2009. The incident was recorded by blogger Charles LeBlanc and then posted on YouTube. The CBC's Catherine Harrop is covering the trial and joins us now. Hi there.
Hi, how you doing?
Not too bad, thanks. I guess first off, describe this video for us. What can you see in here on it?
Well, you see it. It picks up when Luc Bégin is already on the ground, and you see a number of Fredericton Police Officers. It looks like maybe 3 officers are directly involved with Bégin. You see a couple of other officers moving in to kind of keep the crowd back, and then you see what appears to be one officer's leg moving back and forth as if he is kneeing Luc Bégin on the ground, and that's what you see.
Now, Charles LeBlanc, the gentleman who took the video, was called to the stand today. What can you tell us about his testimony?
Well, he was basically called to the stand initially this morning just to question him about, was it that he testified that yes, it was him who took the video, that he was there, that he hadn't altered it, he hadn't edited it in any way before he put it up on YouTube. So that was basically his early testimony, and then they just asked him what he saw. And as many of the cameramen here at CBC will testify, when you're shooting, that's what you're concentrating on, what you're shooting, and you don't see anything other than what's through your viewfinder. So that was his testimony.
And one of our own CBC reporter, Jacques Poitras, was witness today as well. Why was he called to testify?
Well, he was called again just to testify that when he saw the download from Charles LeBlanc's computer, that it was the same as the one that went up on YouTube, that there were no alterations to it.
So in the end, was the defense able to present any evidence that this YouTube video, the incident that night, was altered in any way?
I don't believe so. I mean, that's up to the court to decide. But as Charles LeBlanc said, he said, I may be many things, but I tell the truth, and I don't have he doesn't have the equipment to be able to edit. He doesn't know how to edit. Mm-hmm. So he said what he shoots is what he posts, and I think most people believe that.
Did any other witnesses take the stand?
Yes, 2 other witnesses took the stand. Andrew Bedford, who was an eyewitness, who was standing next to Charles LeBlanc, and said he actually moved out into the street to get a better vantage point. And when he was asked, did you see something that wasn't on the video, he testified that he saw one of the officers lean over and strike Mr. Bégin, and he also testified that he saw multiple knee strikes, so someone taking their knee and driving it into Luc Bégin's back, and he heard the officer saying, stop resisting, and Luc Bégin replying, I'm not resisting. And there was a third person who testified, and that was Eric Howie, Corporal Eric Howie, who is with the Reserve of the Canadian Forces. And he testified that he was only 10 feet away. He was actually on the same side as Luc Bégin. That 2 officers had taken Bégin. Well, one officer approached and asked him to speak with him, and that then when they were walking back to the cruiser, another officer came up beside Bégin, and one took his left arm and one took his right arm, and then a third officer walked up behind, and what Eric Howie testified to was that there was a knee strike to the back of the leg, and the takedown was right there. And then, so that he actually, hit him in the back of the leg with his knee to bring him to the ground. Now, he said that was before the video rolled, so you don't see it on the video. He also said he never heard the police officers say, show us your hands, and he also testified, as did Andrew Bedford, that they did not hear any officers telling Luc Bégin he was under arrest.
And what of Constable Stafford? What was his demeanor in court today?
He was sitting back and just listening to it. At one point, they brought him up along with his defense counsel, T.J. Burke, to watch the video, and he just watched it very intently. He's a tall, young officer. He was wearing a dark suit and a white tie, and a white shirt and tie, and he didn't say anything. He just seemed very intent on the testimony.
Okay, thanks a lot, Catherine.
Okay, my pleasure.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
CBC's Catherine Harrop.